Hello everyone, this is Kaga. Today I've got a short World of Tanks replay for you. This is a Jagdpanther match on the Erlenberg map. This is in a rather unusual encounter battle on this map. So both teams are trying to either eliminate the entirety of the enemy team or capture the point. So you will notice that on my Jagdpanther, I am using the 105mm gun. I'm not certain why I picked it anymore. It's not really suited for the tank destroyer mission that I was working on this one, with the 4 sequential damaging, penetrating hits that need to be done for the spot-on mission. So starting off this match, I head to the western side of the map, try to make use of these hills to offer some amount of solid cover if I need it, and some of the bushes for concealment. So I see these two tier 8 premium heavies, the Lerva and the KV5, approaching the cap circle in there. And uncharacteristically for this gun, I managed to plant that shot right through the window to hit that Lerva's side of that turret, and must have been just jumping on the trigger here because I sent that one way wide. And I think that first miss really started messing with my aim because don't usually miss this much. And here I am still searching for some shots on these two heavies, waiting for the KV5 to go through that gap, only to plant the shell straight into a wall. Don't have a shot on the KV5, look for it on the Lerva. Again, something in those sequence of misses must have been playing havoc in my mind, because I really should not have taken that shot. Really bad of me. So, which time I then traverse the hull and spot the Su-122-44, the premium Tier 7 Soviet TD. Put a few shots into him, pick up the kill. I'm starting to feel like back in my groove again. I got 2 sequential shots on him. Feeling good. Halfway to the completion of this TD mission, I roll forward to support the allies. I probably should have swung a little bit lower into that little trackway there. Put the 3rd shot in a sequence into the lower plate of the Black Prince. Repeat again. Managed to traverse in time to bounce a KV3. Bounce the return fire of the Black Prince. Unwisely decide just to keep poking this hill. I must have been feeling either quite excited that I managed to get that 4th hit in after that string of misses, or just content to end it all right there with that complete. But pull it back together, look for some shots on these guys poking the hill over here, cover these guys falling back. See that KV3, try to put in a connect, but it looks like hit the far side of the rounded turret, bounced harmlessly off. Now with this VK in support, I come up here to try to put an end to the Black Prince's reign of terror on this corner. Look for that flat bar and his upper glacis. Start moving back and forth. Probably should have just fallen straight back. In hindsight, bounce a shot from somebody. Pick up the VK3002M as a kill. Pull back, 129 health. Don't feel like tempting fate. Look to the side, see the Hellcat. Track the Hellcat. Should have swung the gun barrel a little bit more to the right. Come in there, crit him again. No damage. I am not gonna let this scumbag live, or long enough to drown himself. Pick up a 3rd kill on that low health Hellcat. At this point done almost 2k damage. 3 kills. Feeling kinda good at the moment. So, despite feeling good, I decide it's time to fall back just a bit, because don't feel like ending it all quite yet. Then I spy that T69 and the cap make one connect. Nice, good hit for this 105 mil gun. The enemy is starting to cap. I see the Type 59 moving along the opposite embankment to the river, so I move up and support. I come up around this building, trying to keep myself hidden from that T69 as much as possible, and the Black Prince that became visible after the fact. So I spend a little bit of time here searching for a hit on the Tiger P here. Is he going forward, backward, forward, backward? Make up your mind, Tiger P. Oh, he's going backward. He's not had enough of that. Don't search for the hard shot. Look for the good one. Connect with the rear half of his hull. I get a little bit of bloodlust here. Put in a bad shot into the hull of that dead friendly vehicle. T69 connects. Put one final word in there. Try to angle the hull. He still manages to connect, probably into the large flat surface on the left side of the hull of the Jagdpanther. Friendly artillery almost puts an end to him, but the ARL-44 does it. The Type 59 takes a big old hit probably from the GW Tiger P on the enemy team. Spends a little time negotiating softly with the Black Prince. Begins moving around trying to evade the other two artillery pieces. And I want to highlight something I'm doing right now to y'all, is I'm spending some time looking at where the T69 was when he took the shot, where I was when I died, and trying to figure out exactly where he put in that shot so I could best learn how to try to avoid that in the future. In the end, I don't think there was much I could have done in that situation, so it's probably better to not get into it in the first place. I think both teams were kind of marveling at the choice this T29 driver made in coming down here. Was at full health, and now he's under 2/3, just above a third, and doesn't last much longer than that when the Type 59 decided to get involved in the fight. So at this point, at 50% of the cap, I would do the oh so unfriendly thing to friendly artillery and just stay there inside the cap. We're at almost 60% of the cap, and despite the Chaffee moving towards the artillery, he has to make the choice. Does he kill the artillery, or does he reset the cap and spot the cap? You know, you could argue both ways on this, but this is probably, with hindsight speaking, that he should have stayed in the cap. And you're going to see as he comes up around, open, pause that thought, Derpenberg strikes again. Bum 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 bum. And there we go. Don't think anybody was expecting that one. Derpenberg, you've maintained your namesake. So now the scores were tied. No more. We're behind again. So we join the Type 59 as he is being oh so careful of water hazards crossing this bridge. He is heading to the last known position of the Chaffee, trying to clear the sector. Where's that Chaffee? Keep that thought in the back of your head. Now, as someone who does love driving light tanks, I would have hinged a bet that he'd be behind that second house up there on that hill. And I think the Type 59 driver is thinking he's behind one of those houses. He wouldn't have picked this particular route otherwise. And he's most keen at 162 health, not to even be splashed by artillery, because I'm fairly certain a very strong wind could knock this tank out of commission. So he comes up and surprise, it's the artillery who's scouting. He gets the kill and probably that Type 59 gun depression because he should have gotten it. And another surprise, artillery picks up the kill. He turns around. Now, where's that Chaffee? Hmm. Do you think the Chaffee is spotting for the artillery so they can nail this Type 59? Or is that Chaffee going on some serious bloodlust and going after friendly artillery? It's a good question. Our type may find out. So he comes up here into the usual artillery spot and surprised, there's the Chaffee, makes one connect. Oh, it's going to be close. One shot's going to terminate it all. Oh, and it's that Chaffee who comes out on top. So now, why friendly artillery decided to try to peg for the Chaffee instead of the other artillery, I will never know. But we see one shot try aim for the Chaffee, the other one for the S-51. Now, I'm sitting here looking at the wreck of the Type 59 in a little bit of disbelief at what has just happened and trying to wonder if we just lost the match. So now I join one of our GW Panthers, and you will note that has the stock gun on the GW Panther. It looks like he fires a shot either blind or at a falling object, broken debris of some description. So there's a couple paths the Chaffee could use to get to this our artillery. The most likely of which is to go through the south and up the coast there. The most unlikely would be to go up north and around, because it gives artillery the most opportunities to hide. And if he was really unwise, he would have gone through the cap and announced his presence to everybody. But we can see he went with the most sensible option. One artillery is backing off. The scout wisely waited to break contact and disappear from our radar before trying his next move, and he's going up and over, and he's gunning for Ryan Fist. He takes a shot, he makes it connect, he gets in under his gun, and then he uses our friendly artillery as a meat shield. Oh, but surprise! He stuck around too long, and enemy artillery was not able to seal the deal. So, how was that for a series of very unusual turns of events? I'd love to know what you think in the comments. Is Derpenberg living up to its namesake right there? Or are people just getting stupid? And with 2 minutes left in an encounter battle, one of them has managed to reach the cap. With as long as it takes to cap an encounter battle, unless the other one joins him, it's gonna be a draw. But it looks like our GW Panther is not giving up all hope. He can still, in theory, get off 2 shots before the end of this battle if he were to start firing immediately. But at the very least, he can get one well-aimed shot off if he needs it. It looks like he's moving off to get a good firing position on the cap. Maybe he's equipped with binoculars. Though we all know how artillery cloaking devices are in this game. They're about as crazy as the Romulan equivalents from Star Trek. So, with 40 seconds left in the match, will the other artillery piece make it into the cap? And it looks like he does. But, Too little, too late. And you can see the gears turning in this artillery piece's head, our GW Panther, I mean, saying, mm, I don't think I want to go down there. That seems like what they want. I'm gonna draw this out if I just sit still. I think I'm gonna sit still. And that's the end of the match. Oh, as you can see, we hit both the primary and secondary conditions for the TD Mission 9 spot on. Even with our disastrous string of misses in the beginning of the battle, we still managed to connect almost 3/4 of our shots fired for ending the match just a lick under 3,000 damage done and 4 kills. We finished second on our team for both damage and experience earned, and we managed to do just a little bit more than straight damage with 19 shots fired and 14 hits, 11 penetrations. We managed to block just a little under 1300 damage with our armor, and we managed to do just about the same in terms of assistance damage and picked up 12 base defense points and managed to pick up a total of around 30,000 credits. It is notable that had I been using the 88mm gun, the profit margins from that match would have been significantly better, but that is the trade-off that one has to make when they switch from the long 88mm gun to the 105mm gun on the Jagdpanther. I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'd hope to see more of you around the channel as I upload more content, particularly in World of Tanks and World of Warships. For those of you who are watching up to this point, I have a question to pose for you all. I am in the process of trying to come up with some custom graphics, similar to those you see on my World of Warships videos, except for my World of Tanks videos. I have a few ideas floating around in my head, but I'd still like to open up the floor to those of you who routinely come to the channel. Please let me know in the comments if you have any particular ideas. Thank you for watching. Good day.